Hello everyone, my name is Aaron and this is the Game Day Hour. Welcome back to another NFL prediction and fantasies video. This is week 2. Week 1 is in the books, so we're going to quickly go over what happened in week 1 with both my matchup predictions and my fantasy team. And then we're going to take a look at this week's predictions and my fantasy matchup. So let's get started. So to recap last week, I went 10-6. The biggest win by margin was the Dallas Cowboys. The closest loss that breaks my heart is the Los Angeles Chargers to Miami. But now it's time to take a look at this week. I have my phone on me, looking at spreads. Let's do this. So the first matchup is between Minnesota and Philadelphia on Thursday night. Minnesota struggles in prime time on many occasions, and they struggled last week against Tampa Bay. Why would I not pick Philadelphia? I mean, the Super Bowl runner-ups, Jalen Hurts, an MVP runner-up of last year. I mean, you gotta go with the Eagles. At Philadelphia as well. If we were at Minnesota, it could be closer, but I'm gonna go with Philadelphia. The Raiders and the Bills. Guys, the Bills were terrible, and the Raiders played an impressive win against Denver. A really good defense that Denver has. But even though we have all of this, I have to go with the Bills. I mean, it's in Buffalo. Do you think Josh Allen is really going to play that pitiful again? I don't think so. I think he's going to get it together, and the Bills are going to win. The Ravens and Bengals. Guys, the Bengals played really bad last week. And while the Ravens didn't play excellent, they still won against Houston. I'm going to give the Ravens the edge in this one. I said before that Cincinnati would struggle early on in the year, and it seems like that's going to be the case because of Joe Burrow coming back from his injury. I'm going to go with the Ravens. I mean, they have the fully healthy roster aside from J.K. Dobbins. Ravens. Travis Kelce and Chris Jones should be back for this Chiefs versus Jaguars game. It's going to be extremely close. Absolutely close. But I got to go with Kansas City. I mean, it's the Super Bowl champions, and they're getting their two most vital pieces back. So you have to go with them. Chargers and Titans, both close losses. Even they had chances to win, but oh well. I'm going to go with the Chargers because the offense of the Chargers is absolutely on fire, and I think they're going to do very well against Tennessee's defense. I really have not been impressed with that defense much, so we got to go with the Chargers here. Two very young teams looking very impressive. Packers, the Falcons. I'm giving the Packers the edge for the simple fact that Jordan Love was impressive against Chicago. It was also a big help of the defense, but I was utterly surprised by what Jordan Love can do, so I'm going to go with Green Bay. Seahawks and Lions. I am going to have to go with the Lions. I mean, Seattle played atrocious against LA, and the Lions won in Kansas City. The Lions actually might be one of the best teams in the league, but on just the very quiet side of things. So I'm going to go with Detroit. I think they're going to be ultimately impressive. So Lions all the way. It's as simple as this. Who do I trust more? Anthony Richardson or CJ Stroud? I'm going to go with Richardson. I mean, he provides more for Indianapolis than Stroud does at the moment. So that means in a Colts versus Texans matchup, I am going with the Colts to win this one, even though I'm not confident in the Colts' ability to play at an extremely high level just yet. The Bears and the Bucks. So I kind of agree with the analysis that the Bears don't look very confident and the Bucks do. So I'm going to go with Tampa Bay to win this matchup. Though I think at some point the Bears will turn it around. I don't see it happening right now in this game. So I am going with Tampa Bay. The Giants and the Cardinals. Although the Giants got embarrassed against the Cowboys, I have to say that I think New York is going to beat Arizona for the fact that I think Arizona is not a great functional team just yet. They look bad. So I'm 100% going with New York in this one. Niners and Rams. both teams played amazing, but the Niners were the easy standout. I said the Niners would go 15-2. I am going to have to stick with that analysis right now because the Niners look great. I'm going with the Niners to beat the Rams. I think it's going to be a close game for the first 3 quarters, and then I think that the Niners will run away with it. So, yeah, 49ers in this one. Commanders and Broncos. Look, the Commanders played a great game. As for Denver, man, it really does not seem like Denver has anything going for it. I don't know what it is. I like they looked better, but what is going on with Wilson? Why can't he have these high octane scoring offenses like he used to have? It feels weird to me. So I'm gonna go with the Commanders to win. Until Denver can switch that notion, I don't trust Denver right now. The Jets and Cowboys, man, it really, really sucks. It sucks that Aaron Rodgers is injured, and the injury he suffered is one that is so bad to the point where it makes you question things of the future. And we hope that Aaron Rodgers can come back, but yeah, it's really tough. So I don't really trust that Jets offense with Zach Wilson, and the Dallas Cowboys just had one of the best defensive showcases in week 1. I'm going with the Cowboys to win. I don't know how big. I don't think it's going to be huge, but I do think Dallas wins. Dolphins and Patriots. I mean, did you guys see what Tyreek Hill did to LA? Did you see what he did to very highly paid cornerbacks and safeties? He destroyed them. So why wouldn't I take Miami? I mean, Miami has to win this game. I get that New England played pretty impressive against Philadelphia, but I am 100% taking the Dolphins to win this one. All right, we're going to hurry this one up just a little bit. New Orleans versus Carolina. I'm taking the Saints for the simple fact that the Saints look like they have a much more complete team, and Bryce Young does not look like he is complete just yet. As far as the Browns versus Steelers goes, I'm going with the Browns because, man, did the Steelers look really bad, and I'm not sure how much I trust Pittsburgh right now. As far as Cleveland goes, they didn't play amazing against Cincinnati, but they won big. So I'm going with the Browns. Now let's see what we have for fantasy. I lost 131 to 151, and that's because Tyreek Hill on the opposite side of the field killed me pretty bad. But I'm looking to regain. I made some moves, so here we go. I am starting Justin Herbert, Nick Chubb, Travis Etienne Jr., Devonta Smith, Mike Evans, Rashid Shaheed, Justin Tucker, and the San Francisco 49ers defense. The two different ones are Evans and Shaheed. I'm taking CeeDee Lamb out because he's facing Sauce Gardner, and I moved on from Antonio Gibson. And instead, I got Gus Edwards, who's sitting on my bench right now after the J.K. Dobbins injury. So I'm going with Evans and Shaheed because they both played great. Shaheed was amazing. As far as points goes, he had 28 points. I'm going to take that. My opponent is Trevor Lawrence, Austin Eckler, Tony Pollard, Chris Olave, Jalen Waddle, DJ Moore, Jake Moody, and Baltimore. They all played pretty good. I mean, the player I'm playing against, he had the most points last week, and a lot of that's attributed to Trevor Lawrence and Austin Eckler. I hope this week that it's a little different. I mean, I'm projected to win 114 to 93, so I just have to hope for the best. I really have to hope for the best, and you know, I have confidence. We'll see what happens this week, though. And that'll do it for today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you do, please leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe. I'm sorry for the microphone issues that have been going on recently and why this is coming out so late. So I'm going to try to figure that out and, you know, adapt. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed again, and be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and go follow me on all my social media platforms. The links will be in the description. Anyways, that'll do it for today's episode. Hope you guys have a great day, take care, and goodbye.